Hi, welcome to Community Hotline. My name is Monica Weitzel. We're here at MetroEast Community Media in Gresham, Oregon. Tonight we're going to be talking with a variety of people on wonderful projects that are going on in our community to make this a better place to live. We're going to start out tonight talking with a group called YAY. That stands for Youth Efforts Against Hunger. And with us to represent YAY, we have Sarah Brown, the Secretary and Public Relations Officer. Thanks for being here, yes, Sarah.
Thank you.
And Allie Surface, you are the YAY Youth Council spokeswoman.
Yes.
Thanks for being here, Allie.
Thank you.
I appreciate you both coming in from Clark County. It's a little bit of a drive, but not too bad. But you are our neighbors right across the river. So tell me, Sarah, maybe you could start out by telling me a little bit about YAY, what Youth Efforts Against Hunger is all about, how it got started, and what your mission is.
Sure. So YAY started in 2006. We were part of the Junior Livestock Auction, which happens the second Saturday in August. This year it's August 9th at 11 a.m. And so animals were being bought by buyers, and let's say they didn't want to take the meat home, but they wanted to support a youth, they would just turn the animal back. And it used to go down to Canby, and we decided that animal that was raised in Clark County should help support Clark County. So
okay, so they buy the animal just
sure.
to support the 4-H youth or the youth that are raising the animals. Give it back, and then what is done with the animal then? Who benefits from that animal?
Sure, so then YAY now purchases that animal and pays for the processing and cut of that animal, and then we donate the meat to the Clark County Food Bank.
Just to serve the people in your
exactly.
own community, which makes perfect sense. Yep. You brought some pictures, some slides that kind of better explain about it, so maybe we can take a look at those and you can
Definitely.
tell us a little bit more about how the program works. Let's see if we can take a look at those now. Okay, so tell us what we're looking at here.
Sure, so this is just the auction that I explained earlier. So like I said, August 9th at 11 a.m., buyers can go and bid on animals, and they want to support 4-H and FFA youth. And Youth Efforts Against Hunger specifically is designed to produce high quality meat produced by local 4-H and FFA youth to help feed Clark County families and residents in need through Clark County. So our mission is to help needy in Clark County, and there's 33,000 people who go to the Clark County Food Bank every month, and 27% of those every month, and 27% of those are youth.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
So there's a high need for.
Yeah, there certainly is. Okay.
And then this is just an example of the food drive. We were able to raise over 1,000 pounds with a partnership with Burgerville this year.
Oh, great! They're a really good community.
They are a great
partner. Yeah.
And then we also have a lot of different programs. As you can see, we do year-round activities, so food drive with Burgerville. We also had the bunnies battling hunger, which you see right there. Pretty adorable. And they actually won a community service award this past year for their work. They donated over 80 pounds of meat,
wow,
which is fantastic. Just a small group is making a big difference.
Yeah, it sure is. And it teaches youth leadership. So, okay, so this is Youth Efforts Against Hunger, Education Through Community Service. And that's something that you're involved in, right, Allie?
Definitely.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about your involvement and what you do as a youth.
So as part of the Youth Council, we help on determining the programs and fundraisers that we feel YAY should be involved in. Like right now we're doing the channel23.org, which is a t-shirt that was designed to help raise money for YAY, and that's a super awesome opportunity that we got to be involved in.
If people are interested in getting one of those t-shirts to support it, can they go to your website and find out more about that?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So what are some of the other things? There was the Burgerville thing. How did that work?
So the groups went to Burgerville and they created food tubs, and then they also got to work in Burgerville, if I'm correct, and Burgerville donated money as well.
Actually, we had over 14 different youth groups who got involved, and everything from cats, llamas, and they had horses actually at the Burgervilles.
Oh, wow.
And it was a 2-week event.
Fun.
And so it was a really great project for different groups, might not be in livestock, that wanted to get involved in the food drive.
Oh, how fun. But you raised money that way, too.
Yeah, we raised over $5,000. It was fantastic.
That's great.
Yep.
Tell me, Ellie, you, how did you get involved in this? What is your involvement in this, besides being on the council?
I actually got to get involved this year because I purchased a steer in December, which I'm going to be selling at the Clark County Fair in the Junior Livestock Auction to benefit youth efforts against hunger.
So when you buy a steer, what does that mean? What do you do then? I've never been,
So
I've never been in that.
You get to go pick it out of the field, and you pretty much feed it for 182 days, and it has to gain
approximately.
it has to gain like 2 pounds a day to be able to make weight, and then someone will come into the auction, raise up their paddle, knowing, of course, that this meat will be donated to the food bank.
Wow. Does that make you feel pretty good knowing that you're gonna? I mean, how many people will get meals out of this? I mean, how many people will actually be fed because of a steer?
Well, there's approximately a 1/4 pound in each food bag. Is that right?
Yeah, so it'll be about 400 meals.
Wow.
400 meals.
400 meals.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty great. What is it? There is a huge need, isn't there, in the Clark County area? You said how many people go to the food bank?
It was 33,000 people every month, and the food bank gave out over 5 million pounds of food last year.
Wow, that's a lot. So do you, as part of the youth group, do you talk about that? I mean, is it about why you're doing this?
Definitely. It's brought up every meeting. We talk about our mission and our goals, and it definitely just feels great to be able to know that you're making a difference in the community.
Yeah, but how many kids are involved in the program?
Right now, I think we have 15.
15, really?
Yeah.
So is it just steers? Is it other animals that are raised for the meat?
Yeah, there's rabbits. There are even people who are in horse 4-H, excuse me, that are in the group. And it's not just a livestock program, so some kids who aren't even involved in livestock programs are in the group as well.
But are they that are involved in EA as well?
Yep.
Okay. Are there opportunities for other kids to join this in the future? And if a kid was interested, say they couldn't buy a steer,
right?
How else might they become involved, or how else might anybody become involved in the program?
Definitely. So we have different youth who are joining. I mean, because the youth council, like what Allie is a part of, is all about helping figure out projects that EA can do, such as the 23channels.org, the food drives, and all different the fundraisers that we're doing is all directed by youth. So they don't have to raise.
Not just the auction.
Yeah, they don't have to raise animals necessarily. Okay. They can be involved in other projects.
Because not everybody can do that, I'm sure. Not everybody has a place where they can put a steer. Personally, I'd have a hard time raising a steer myself. Do you have it at your
Yes.
place where you live?
Yes.
Okay.
We have cows.
Okay. I mean, that's great. But obviously not everybody can do that.
Yeah, no.
Are there other people on the council who don't raise animals, or are all the people on the council right now all raising livestock?
There are people on the council who do not raise livestock.
Do they help make those decisions?
Definitely.
Then? Yeah. Do you find yourself in a position where kids ask you about that, and do you take the opportunity to tell them about the need in Clark County?
Some people have asked me. The awareness for Yay is still growing. We're trying to work on that right now. That's why we're doing a lot of advertising and things. But if the chance came up, I would definitely be excited to talk about it.
I think that's a great opportunity. And now that you'll have been on TV, it might be a good chance to explain to people. I think a lot of kids don't understand how great a need there is in their own community if they don't personally suffer from hunger. I know I worked on an event last year where I had kids we asked them to come to this camp, and instead of paying, they were to bring food for people in their community. And one of the kids said, "We don't have that problem around here."
Right.
And they had no idea that really, the person 2 doors down probably didn't have breakfast that morning because they didn't have enough food. How did you become involved in this, Sarah?
Sure. So I did 4-H for 15 years beforehand, and I was one of the starting members of Yay. So Yay, like I said, started in 2006, and so it was just the beginning stages. It's still a really young program. And so when I graduated from college, I came back and jumped right in to help out.
Good. So what would you say, either one of you, what would you say to somebody who wanted to get involved, say as a youth, Allie, maybe say somebody wanted to get involved in trying to help the hunger situation in their area? What would you say is a good way to get started?
Well, I would say, well, they can, if they're in our area, they can obviously start by coming to meetings. But the best way I feel like is to visit your local food bank and get involved in that area and like go help out, make food bags, and then just get to know a little bit more of the people that are suffering, I guess, and then maybe get your friends to help out and just start a program of your own.
That's a pretty good answer. You know, do you go to the food bank itself? Do you actually go there and see what's going on and help out with the, you know, stuffing the bags? And
Yep, I'm there every second and fourth Tuesday of the month.
yeah, see, that's great. It's a huge need, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it is. What now? Do they deliver? Do people? Do they have a place in Clark County to go to?
Sure. So the Clark County Food Bank serves 29 food pantries. So we deliver to the Clark County Food Bank, which then networks out to these 29 food pantries. And so they serve, it's scattered all the way from Battleground to Camas. So they serve everyone.
It's a large area.
It is a large area.
It's a large area, yeah. So besides, obviously, if you want to raise some livestock, that'd be a huge thing. But if you can't do that, you could actually volunteer at the food bank itself.
Definitely.
I imagine there are other things too at different schools, churches, other organizations that try to help out the needy in the area, because it's a huge thing. So before we wrap up tonight, I want to know, tell me again about the junior livestock auction,
Yes.
and where that is, when it is, and how people can go to support that.
Sure. So it is the second Saturday in August. It is the 9th this year. It starts at 11 a.m. and they can go to the clarkcojla.org to check out everything and register online. And that's how it's at the Beef Arena. And
The Beef Arena.
Beef
I
Arena,
love that.
Yep.
And this is at the Clark County
At the Clark
Fairgrounds?
County Fair, yep.
Okay, and I've been to the Clark County Fair. It's a really fun fair too. So people can go there. So August 9th, and the junior livestock auction starts at 9 o'clock.
At 11.
11 o'clock.
Yep.
11 o'clock. Sorry, that's even better. August 9th, 11 a.m.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else that we should know about either the feeding the hungry, or about the program, about YAY that we haven't touched on?
Yeah, just that YAY raised over 6,000 pounds last year, and we're hoping to double that this year.
Wow.
And that will serve about 10 weeks worth of meat to the Clark County Food Bank.
That's huge.
It is.
If
so.
people are interested, maybe if they have heard about this in another area and they don't have it in their town or community, can they contact YAY? Would you be willing to be a model program for others?
Yes, definitely.
Definitely.
Is this something that you know is done other places around the country?
It's not.
Because I've never heard of it. So really, you could be the first. You could be the prototype for this great new program. I like that. Okay, well, thank you so much for being on tonight.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So if you out there are interested in starting a similar type program, contact YAY, because they're doing good things, and it's a wonderful thing for the youth to be aware of the need in their community and to actually be doing something about it. So you can check it out on their website, and feel free to go to the Clark County Fair and support the program there, the Junior Livestock Auction on Saturday, August 9th at the Clark County Fair. Thanks for being here, and stay with us. We'll be right back with more of Community Hotline.
What local community media is to us is literally our lifeline to what's going on in the lives around us.
The absolute most important thing that happens in your neighborhood.
People's local communities are usually what's most important to them.
Because we're the faces, the smiles, the peoples, and the personalities of the community.
To not only give people a voice, but to have their voice heard.